Okay, so hey, Rebecca, come over here.
Yes, yes. What do you need?
So this is what we're doing today. Let's move over so that we're center. Okay, so for today's show, Keep Me Safe Organics, we have Rebecca Black. We're doing a makeover with Judy Bressler. She's a dear friend of mine. And so we're going to start with cleansing. And we're going to do this before the show. So you're not going to see this during the show, but you'll hear about it during, I don't know.
Yeah.
Will they hear it on the podcast? I don't know. You'll have to go to YouTube to find out. Okay, so what are you doing now with Miss Judy?
So Miss Judy is cleansing right now with our organic aloe-based cleanser. And Miss Judy, how does this cleanser feel on your face compared to other cleansers that you've used?
Oh, it feels great. It feels I can see a lot of dirt coming off of my skin, even though I thought my face was clean. So it's obviously working. And it smells really nice too. It smells clean. It doesn't smell very chemically. So
don't you love the smell? It reminds me
it
of my
smells
childhood.
nice. It smells
that citrusy.
it smells clean. It smells clean. It doesn't smell like a lot of chemicals. So that's good.
Your skin, does it feel like dry and tight like most cleansers leave your skin feeling?
No, I don't think so. It's not. No.
Good.
It's kind of soft.
That is what I like to hear. And then, so the next thing that we are going to do, Judy, is we are going to do 2 to 3 pumps of this citrus toner. And you're just going to go 1, 2, just right over your face. The beautiful, soft mist.
So don't miss me.
Close my eyes, right?
Yes, close your eyes. Yeah, don't want to do it with your eyes open. Yes. And then feel how nice and cool that feels on the skin.
Cool.
This is
very cool.
Perfect, like pick me up. You can even throw this in your bag. You get a hot flash during the day. Pick that hair up off your neck, spray it on, let some air blow on it. We never get hot flashes. I never get hot flashes. Just joking. Just joking.
So that was like a toner?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
That you just put on.
Yep. And it's an alcohol-free one. And so it's not going to dry the skin out. And it, again, has the organic aloe vera leaf juice and neroli flower water. So it's like an antioxidant vitamin spray for the face.
It does feel very refreshing.
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so now you get to put 1 pump of serum. You're just going to rub that around.
This is my favorite.
I know. This is like the secret sauce. I rub this from chest all the way up at night before I go to bed every single night.
So what's in the serum?
So the serum has
squalane. I love to say squalane.
Yes. And it has mustard seed and date seed extract. And the reason that we put those in there is because mustard seed contains a naturally occurring form of vitamin A. So like those little dark age spots that you see that you usually need a retinoid for, that's a synthetic form of vitamin A, and it can end up long-term causing more damage to the skin. So we like to use what nature provided and still get the benefits of the vitamin A, and that's why we use the mustard seed and the date seed extract inside of that particular oil. So how do you feel with that on your skin? We're going to let you wipe that off right there.
I mean, your face?
Nope, on you. Just if you wanted to, just wipe your hands.
You don't want to waste
that way.
No. So it's just
No.
my hand here.
Yes, you can. And like even if you notice that you have frizzy ends, you can take that serum and put it on those frizzy ends, and it will close that cuticle to smooth flyaways and frizziness. So it is a dynamic duo powerhouse, the trifecta of everything. Hair, skin, and nails. Lillian saw me buffing my nails earlier, and I was using the squalane serum to buff them.
That's what you're doing?
I was.
Okay.
I was. So we're going to put those right back down there. Don't want to stand in front of the camera the whole time there. All right. And so, Judy, what is the one thing that you notice most about your skin? Why do you wear makeup?
What do I wear makeup? I wear makeup to to hide certain things.
Yes, we all do.
Mustard
We all do.
To make my skin like an even tone,
Uh-huh.
so I don't have all these marks. You know, the
Yes.
foundation and all that to make it look all even toned,
Mhm.
and to that's mainly it. To hide blemishes, to hide faults, so whatever
Yes.
imperfections.
Do you notice your skin right now? It's really good.
Yes.
Looks better. It doesn't look as dry.
So too.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, so what we're doing here, and I don't even know if I can see myself right here. What we're doing is we are recording her cleansing, and then hopefully we'll show it later on. Actually, we're recording it also there. I don't know why I did this.
Because we wanted to record on that phone.
Yeah,
We were recording on that phone.
This is my new iPhone, and I wanted to record on it. Okay, so I'm going to sign up on here. I'm sorry to make you guys all busy. Here we go. Okay, Robert is there, and let me hear what he has to say. Let's see. Hey, Robert.
Can you hear me?
I am going to pause.
Can you hear me?
We are now being recorded, and this is something new. Like I said, we are going to learn and grow. We've talked with Keep Me Safe Organics about how to be safe with your makeup and not have any synthetics and anything.
Toxins.
Yeah, everything organic. And so today we're actually doing a makeover with Rebecca Black of Keep Me Safe Organics. And Judy is our beautiful model. Look at her.
Hello.
Oh, you're going to have to talk a little louder than that. Okay, and so today we're going to fasten our seatbelts because we're going to learn and grow together. So it's time to dance. Here we go. Let's see if we can.
The Lillian McDermott Show.
We love, we fear, bridges we burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn. When life gets tough, and it seems like your best ain't good enough. If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be right here. Right here, and when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, waiting for
This is the place you can always turn to when you need a friend. The Lillian McDermott Show. To reach out to Lillian, visit her on the web at whenyouneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Just let us know when to go, Robert.
And then you can
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think because we
Share
can't
it
hear
to
what's
me.
going on, I'm going to go ahead and start. Hello, my listening friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And for those of you who have been tuning in to the Lillian McDermott radio show / classroom since 2011, welcome back. And if you have been tuning in just today for the first time, just know that we've been waiting for you. This is a safe place where you can go to when you need a friend. And it is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal. And it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as our viewing friends on Facebook Live at Lillian's radio show, will feel empowered to embrace a new truth and live the life of your dreams. So today, this is something that Rebecca and I have been wanting to do for quite some time. We're finally going to get to do it. So we're doing, now you're part of the Million Makeover movement, and we're going to do one more here.
Yes,
Okay.
we are. So we have the beautiful Judy here. Isn't she gorgeous, you guys? I mean, like, seriously, look how beautiful she is. She has great skin and great hair, too. She's killing it today. You should see her whole outfit. I'm digging these pants.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to record, everything.
So cute.
Okay.
So we have already cleansed and moisturized Judy's skin. And so we started talking a little bit about what do you like and what do you not like about your skin? And so she was telling us that, she has like some spots that she's not so crazy about. And that is really kind of the reason that she wears a light layer of makeup to kind of camouflage that. Because we all have something that we hide. Me personally, I am incredibly red all through here. This beautiful Irish
And her
blood.
makeup is so flawless.
I
Yes,
know,
it's beautiful.
I wouldn't go that far. It's been on all day, but anyway. So for me, I wear makeup not only for sun protection, broad spectrum, physical block, non-nanoparticle, mineral foundation. It provides coverage for all of my redness. It blends all of my skin in, and it gives me protection against the sun's harmful UVA and UVB rays. And so we're going to be doing the same thing on Miss Judy. Obviously a different color. I wish I had this beautiful tan. So I have to use makeup to get my tan. But look at this beautiful skin. So
Yes.
Judy, I want you to tell us a little bit about how your skin feels right now after using the cleanser, the toner, and the serum.
Yeah, my skin is feeling really very, very clean. It feels very refreshed, especially with the toner. When I spritz it on my face, it kind of like felt as though it came alive. It was very refreshing. It had a very natural smell. I didn't smell any chemicals or artificial ingredients. It had a lovely smell like aloes and other herbs, I guess. And that's what I liked about it. It did not feel toxic.
Personally, I've known Judy for a long time. And today when she came in without makeup, I think it's been a while since I've seen you without makeup. The difference between your skin plumped up after the toner. Yes, after the toner, and hold on a second. So Robert, I'm trying to figure out so let me read this in a second. Okay, so what I noticed was that your skin kind of plumped up.
That's always a good thing.
It is.
Yes.
So most toners and most facial mists contain alcohol, which actually will end up drying your skin out. So if you ever like wash your face, or even if you spray a toner on your face and then it feels like so tight, like you feel like your skin might crack, chances are it has some harsh ingredients in it that are penetrating your skin, and they're very drying to the skin. So they're stripping the natural moisture. Our toner does not do that. That's why if you think of a raisin, so like a raisin, as it loses moisture, as we age, our cells lose moisture. So we have to put topical supplements like aloe and neroli flower water on there to plump it back up. And so that's why you notice after you use our cleanser and our toner especially, that your skin feels softer, smoother, more refreshed. It feels more vibrant. It doesn't feel quite as rough on the outside, because those dry skin cells are being soothed, and especially once we put the serum on there.
Yeah.
The serum is just like the silk of the skin, and it just glides on, and it leaves such a beautiful feeling to the face. It leaves you feeling like nice and refreshed without being heavy and greasy, because some serums are so heavy, it's just like you're like a walking oil slick with all of the oil on there. So this one is not like that, as Judy can tell
it's
you.
very moisturizing, but like you said, very not very thick, or it feels very moisturizing but not too thick.
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay, so before the show, we showed Judy cleansing her skin. And so when you watch this show again on YouTube, you will see a little bit of that going on.
Yes.
But for now, it's nice to know that, and I want you to be honest too. I don't care if you have all these cameras and you're at the beauty bar at Keep Me Safe Organics. I want it to be for real. So I want that for the record. Don't feel obligated in any way to say anything nice if you don't want to. So here's the thing, Rebecca, when we women are looking at buying foundation, and I always say Keep Me Safe Organics is less expensive than the over-the-counter stuff that you can find, and it's organic, and it doesn't have any pesticides or any synthetic, which you are very committed to, non-synthetic products.
Yes.
And so then the next thing is, how do you know how to blend your foundation? And how do you know what foundation she's going to use?
Well, my background is the beauty industry. I have been a cosmetologist for 15 years, and so makeup is just one of those things that I inherently know. So it's easy for me to look at someone and see their undertones and stuff like that. But a really easy way for someone at home who really has no clue what they're doing, if you just pick the bottle up, most of them are transparent, and you can see on the bottom of them or even through the side of them. You know, if you hold that to like the back of your hand, I don't like using it on the inside of the wrist because that is the lightest part of our bodies.
Okay.
And our face is exposed to more sun, so it's naturally darker than the inside of our wrists. So that's
So
why.
on this side, but what if your hands are darker? Because when we're driving,
Yes. So then you find a part of your body that is similar in shade to your face. You can even do it right on your cheek if you want to. If you want to hold it right up to your cheek, you can see that this is obviously way too dark for me, but this is the color that is actually going to be used with her. So you're looking for the lightest pigments in the skin, and you can see that that is very close to her natural skin tone.
Yeah.
So if you're walking down the beauty aisle and you're like, OMG, what color do I pick? You're looking online and you see, you know, the vanilla latte, the Irish coffee, the cinnamon spice, you see all of those. If you'll just kind of like look and see, you can see which one looks closest to your skin. And to be safe, always go one shade lighter because you don't want to get darker.
How come?
You don't want to get darker because then your face looks dirty, and nobody wants to look like they have a dirty face.
No.
You start getting your face much darker than your chest, then you need to start bringing the makeup down into your chest to make sure that everything all blends together, which is something that I actually do in the winter time just to give myself a little bit of color.
But what about people who have freckles or dark spots? Do you want to match the dark spots, or do you want to match the lighter skin?
You want to match the lighter skin.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
That was a great question.
And for those of you who have any questions for us, I am on Facebook Live here, and I can see, I hope I can see your questions. So feel free to ask any questions that you have, okay?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So here we go. So for your foundation today, so what we're going to be working on with Judy today is, number one, she has incredible skin. So we're just going to start there. She does have a tiny bit of pigmentation issues, but it is honestly nothing to write home about. So there's not a whole lot of like corrective work to do here. But what we do notice is that we do have a little bit of dark under eye area. So we are going to put an extra layer on the under eye area just to conceal that and to make sure that everything looks completely even.
Okay.
So when we conceal, the beautiful thing about our minerals is that they are 5-in-1. You can conceal, you can correct, you can protect, you can set your makeup, and you can give yourself a sheer finishing powder with these as well. So 5 uses, 1 product. It is truly, truly amazing.
Yeah.
And so all I've done right there is I have sprinkled a little bit of the mineral into the lid.
Good.
So,
And what color is that one?
so this color right here is caramel.
That's my
Okay.
color.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Yes.
is caramel. So if you're in doubt, if you're in
caramel.
doubt, I know I hang around very
Caramel
tan
people.
people.
I know. If I hang around too long enough, will I get tan too?
I think so. I
Oh my
think so.
goodness, yes, I can't wait for that. I don't know. Summertime is around the corner, and
So did you notice
know,
what she did? And I love doing that. And
Yeah.
you're using the little brush
Yeah.
with her.
So I'm
Okay.
actually using the little eyeshadow, the fluffy blending brush. And what I did was I took 1 pump of toner and I sprayed it on the tip there. So all I did was then I put it into the lid and then I just kind of swirl it around. We're gonna come up right there. There we go.
Did you
Just
put
like
the
that.
toner just so it sticks?
Because so it makes it a complete airbrushed finish.
Oh, okay.
It is
I'm the
like
camera person today.
liquid. It is, if you think of cream to matte foundation, that is what we just created without having to put harsh binding agents in there like most of the ones you buy over the counter.
Okay.
So Judy, I'm gonna have you look up for me And we are going to pounce, 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 pounce this right here around the eye area. And we are just going to prime
So you
this
can't
whole
see it.
little
There we go.
eye
There
area.
Well, that's pretty
Here,
cool.
here. So see what we did there, and we begin blending out. I'm just going to put a little bit of gentle pressure on your skin there to make sure. And Judy, I'm going to have you look all the way up for me so that I can get right there underneath your eye.
Okay, while she's doing that, I just have a few questions. Now, would you go lighter with around the eye, or are you going to use the same color?
I'm going to do a cinnamon spice on her foundation.
I'm sorry, you can't do cinnamon
gonna
spice.
do-
None of my friends are cinnamon
Oh my
spice.
gosh. All of her friends, are we kicked out of the club?
All my friends are
Right.
caramel. So.
Sorry, Judy, you can't be in her friend club anymore. You
I'm
can't
kicked out.
be. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm going to turn
Okay,
her just a tiny bit towards me.
So Newfoundland, we have Rhonda. She's watching from Newfoundland,
Hello, Rhonda.
and she wants to know about what to do with people that have rosacea.
Okay, so rosacea is redness, and rosacea can be difficult to deal with. And with the rosacea, you want to match the lightest portion of your skin.
So the lightest.
So, rosacea.
Same as if you have melasma or darker spots. Like
Right.
I used to have really dark spots on my face,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to go really, really dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering why she kept calling me dirty face.
Yeah, see, and if you do it too dark, your face looks dirty. It does.
See, if your friends can't call you dirty face and love you,
I'm dirty mouth.
dirty mouth. Okay, the dirty mouth. I deserve that one.
That's the Orbe commercial. Dirty mouth.
So we're doing our show, a classroom live here. And so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm keeping an eye on a bunch of things. So this is not a traditional class. It's even more fun because we get to play.
Yes.
We get to have fun, and we get to be girly girls.
And you know what? I love that it's not traditional, because sometimes education can get a little boring and a little sticky. And when we get home, we're like, man, at the end of the day, one of the things that I always taught in my salon is no matter how bad of a day that you have, if you put on a little lipstick or put on a little bit of makeup, it makes you feel better about the way that you look.
Yes.
And when you feel like you look good, you inherently feel better
First
about
it's a
yourself.
thought, first it's a thought, then
Yes.
it's the feeling, then
Yes.
it's the action.
Yes.
If you feel good, if you think positive, you feel good, you think good, and you act good.
Yes.
So those are
Absolutely.
the thoughts,
Absolutely.
the feelings, the action. Okay, so you did around the eyes
Around the eyes.
with something a little bit lighter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And Lillian, I'm going to have you look in the circles right there, and you're going to pull out cinnamon spice for me while I am spraying some more.
First one I did.
Of
There we go.
This the toner. We're going to spray it right on this little flat blending brush. And all of our brushes are designed specifically for the loose minerals. They are vegan, and they feel like silk.
I have very expensive brushes that are natural bristles.
Mhm.
And this is before, I mean, I bought it a long time ago before I became aware of all the things that were happening to animals. And so I've had them, but these brushes are better than all the expensive other brushes. They're just sitting there now. You know, I bought them. So, that's a lot more than I use.
So Lillian, I want you to grab that camera, and I want to do a little view of this here so that people can see that sometimes if you're looking in those swatches and you're like, oh man, I'm in between these two shades. So this is what, let's see, maybe it's, which light is it that is causing it to be so bright? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so my little dark little crumb just blended in there. But what I did was I did a little tiny circle about this big around of the cinnamon spice in the caramel, just to
I want
to
to deepen it. I want cinnamon spice because I can't be the only one.
Yes.
With caramel.
And so you see how beautiful and how creamy that turns into. It is the softest, smoothest liquid foundation without any harsh binding agents. So for that, we are in love. And we are going to begin buffing this onto
This is where I
Judy's
sing the song,
face.
Working at the Car Wash.
Yeah. Okay, and so you can see how quickly and how effortlessly and easy this applies to her face. And I'm sorry if I'm cutting half y'all off. We're leaning a little crazy, a little sideways to make sure that we get all of Miss Judy's face covered here.
I put on my makeup now in so little time.
Yes. And you get amazing coverage, and like once you get this down here, this is like a do it in the dark. And I'm sorry if I'm cutting. Easy breezy, beautiful. Keep me safe, girl.
Right here. Right there, right there.
Yes, let me get this.
And I normally go a little bit lighter
Mm-hmm.
for my coverage. I put more toner on there for
Yes.
mine.
So you like yours more of a
Sheer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like sheer. Sometimes I want a little bit of a heavier, especially in the wintertime, or maybe if I'm going out and I want to be a little bit more melodramatic.
Yes.
That's
You melodramatic?
Never,
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 never.
never. And so here's another little tip, you guys. So if you notice, I haven't reapplied any foundation onto the brush, and all I'm doing is just sweeping this down the rest of the neck to ensure that there is a complete smooth transition between what we have done on her face and what we have brought down into there. So you can see that just adding that tiny little bit of the darker shade created like the perfect match for her face to match her chest. So how do you feel about that makeup, Miss Judy?
Here, let me get a little spot here that you were
See,
missing.
I'm on
Right there.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that to Judy.
To me, it looks a little light. But I
Okay.
guess once it's properly on the other product,
Yes,
it'll
yes,
make a
yes.
big difference.
Yes.
Don't you think it looks a little light for me?
Well,
I mean, I have no blush on.
Nope.
I have nothing else
Yep.
on, so I'm sure when you do all that, it will look.
she
it
just,
will
what
look
she's trying to
different.
tell you is that she wants to be caramel, just like me.
Yes. Well, she'll need to be cinnamon spice. She'll need to be darker then.
She's a spice
She will need
girl.
to be darker.
Yeah.
Yes. And so if you want to be darker, just add a little bit more of
Yeah.
the darker color on there.
And you
It is
put it
so
a little
easy.
bit thinner on her. Yeah. Just
So
a
you
little
can
bit
do
more.
this as like a little bit of a setting powder almost. We can set you with a very sheer cinnamon spice finish.
So you can no longer be my friend.
You're out of the club, Judy.
I'm out of the club.
I mean,
Out of the caramel club.
you're out of the caramel club.
It was a short-lived stint, but yeah, I think that's a little bit better for her. I like it.
See, it just puts the tiniest bit of depth on what we have right there.
Maybe in winter when my skin is a little lighter,
Mm-hmm.
that would be better.
And I have to tell you, I've never done makeup like over the face like this, trying to go from one side of the camera to the other.
Yeah, I think
But you can see right here that all of the skin.
What do you do with wrinkles when they have the crack? How do you
deep line.
kind of like, like the deeper lines, how do you kind of like camouflage it?
Okay,
So
so
that's a challenge.
there's really nothing, depending on how deep they are, there's really nothing you can do to camouflage it. I think I made my water right over there.
Sure.
But one thing you can do, if they're not super deep, is you can just make sure you have good coverage, and you can use your tongue on the inside of your.
Oh, I was
your
gonna
mouth.
say.
Just to kind of like, you can lick your friend if you want to.
Oh, she seems to be licking her all the time.
Well, I don't want
That's
to.
just
I
weird.
listen. That's just weird. I'm with you too. We won't go there. But like me, I have some deep laugh lines here, and so I will, when I put my makeup on, I will take my tongue, push the skin out to remove that line, and buff it on.
Okay.
Buff it right into there. So that way it's completely covered, and it's not a different color of my skin. and everything else. Yeah, I'm like this, and then we go. I do. That's exactly what I do. I'm just like out
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Just
Learned a new trick
Yeah.
today.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
And if you have like,
tricks,
and-
tricks.
so if we have like lines around our eyes. Like if you'll notice, whenever I was putting makeup on Judy, I'll do a little visual here. So what I will do is I will like come to the outside of the skin and I will pull the skin taut that way to make sure that we're getting into all of the crevices. If you notice, I made her look up. The reason that I made her look up is because our eye skin is so delicate. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on that whenever we are coloring around that. We really want to be gentle. So if you look up and then you go around that way, it is much easier to camouflage and to get the coverage in those little fine lines. So like brow lines here, if you'll just take your thumb and say, okay, we can see there. You can bring those there and just pull them out.
I really like that color. I think that color would look good on me too.
You need, are you joining the cinnamon spice club, Lillian?
I want paprika. I like paprika.
Oh
That's
my
a,
goodness.
if I had another kid, I would name my kid paprika.
Listen, our next lip color is going to be like something orange, and
Yes.
we're going to call it paprika
Okay.
in memory of
Really?
you.
Okay, well, why don't you just call it the Lillian color?
Do you want Lillian or you want paprika? You can't have it both ways.
Oh, I could have Lillian paprika.
Okay.
I've been hanging around my grandson too long
We'll
this
call
week.
it the LP. The LP signature.
Okay, we can name the new color
Yes,
on
right there,
Facebook
just like
Live.
that.
How about
Okay.
that?
So-
Anybody have any suggestions for a color named after me? I like paprika.
I do like paprika. It has a nice ring to it. All right, Judy. So how are you feeling about, since we put that darker sheer veil
I
over
think
it?
it's all better than I
Yeah.
thought before. It was a little too pale.
A little too
For
pale for
me.
you. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So we darkened you up
Okay.
with just a little bit of the darker shade. Because if we put just straight cinnamon spice on you, that's going to be too dark for
Dark.
your skin.
So you think that she should blend them both?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
50-50 blend or?
Yeah, because we did like a 75-25% blend the first time, and she felt like it was too light for her liking. So then you move it to a 50-50 blend.
Okay.
And then if she still feels like that's too light for her liking, then she'll move to 75% of the darker color, 25% of the lighter color.
Okay.
Because it depends on the time of the year too.
Yes.
You know, just went to the beach, you
Yep.
got a little tan,
Yep.
so
Yep. And that's the beautiful thing about these is, you know, you can get two colors and they'll last you through every single season.
And it lasts forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it
does.
really does.
It does.
So I always tell people to look at the price and cut it in half because it's going to at least last them 2 months. And
Mhm.
when you look at all these other name brands that you're getting all the toxic chemicals and all of that,
Mhm.
then it's cheaper to go with Keep Me Safe Organics. That's just my opinion. It's what I've learned. I mean, I've been using Keep Me Safe Organics now for over a year now, right?
Yeah.
Almost a year.
I'm-
Or maybe longer.
Ooh, I think you're almost like a year and a half.
Really?
I think so.
Well, I tell you what, I've stuck with it. I don't
Yes.
think I've ever stuck with anything this long. Really, seriously,
Good.
seriously.
I like to hear
Because
that.
it eventually doesn't work on me anymore.
Mhm.
Is that normal? Is that something that happens to women, that their skin gets used to it, or?
You know, I think it's once you do anything in life over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, your body begins to get used to it, and so it may not work. The pH of your body changes, your hormones change. There's a plethora of there are environmental changes that we have absolutely no control over that change. And so what has always worked for you may not always work in the future because we just don't know what else it is we're being exposed to. And our bodies really are like a walking chemistry machine.
We are
So
a
that's
petri
why
dish.
it happens. We are.
We are a petri dish with a skin on it.
Mhm.
So this is what we talk about here in the classroom. So I want to encourage all of you to go to whenyounneedafriend.com and of course become a subscriber. There's a new section. It's called student enrollment. So if you want to be a part of the classroom and you want to contribute to the classroom, that is the button for you. And that is the place where you can decide to contribute monthly. But we also have other sponsors like Keep Me Safe Organics. We have Liberty Health Share, First Alternative Care, Dr. You need to go see him in Jacksonville, Dr. Grable. He's functional, and he is integrative, and he's an MD as well.
Oh, nice.
I love him, love him. And also here, the pharmacy in Merritt Island,
Mhm.
if you mention our name, if you mention the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, you get 20% off of the entire purchase. With Keep Me Safe Organics, when you hit the Keep Me Safe Organics button, you get 10%, and that is a gift from me,
Mhm.
10% your entire purchase, not just one time, but every time you use, every time you use it. So I want to encourage you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com, like us, subscribe, follow us on social media, share this information, because not everybody knows that they can, you think organic, you think non-synthetic, you think non-GMO, that it's going to be very expensive, but there are other brands out there that are less quality, that are more expensive than Keep Me Safe Organic. So I want to encourage you to figure out different ways that you can support our sponsors the way that they're supporting the classroom. So I just wanted to say that for those of you, go to whenyouneedafriend.com, check it all out. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. The entire show, including her cleansing and her reactions, are going to be at the beginning of the today's class session. Okay, so now we get to blend.
Now we get to move into
And I'm going to get my favorite color.
the eyeshadow. We are going to give you my newest favorite eye look, and
You do the eye next?
I'm gonna do the eye next. I certainly am.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
and then
I
I'm gonna
normally
the
do my blush. So
Yeah.
is
You
there
can
a
do it
right
in
way,
no.
or is it okay?
It is really whatever floats your boat. And you want to do some people do their powder finishing last. Some people do their blush first, just because they only want to wear foundation on a certain part of their face.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's
Okay.
the beautiful thing about makeup, is that there really are no rules. Just right.
Okay.
It's like Outback.
Whatever
right there.
floats your boat.
Yes,
Okay.
whatever floats your boat. Okay. So I am working with the Firestone palette right now. And the color that I picked up is this beautiful, like iridescent pink, soft color right here. And whenever you start working with our pressed minerals, your first time, just to make sure that you don't get way too much on the brush, or that you have the right amount that you want on the brush, you can swipe it on your wrist. So it's a little right there, but you can see that line right there. Right there.
You see it?
Mhm.
Yep. So you can see how just soft and subtle this pink is right here. And so what I'm going to do for Judy is I'm going to sweep this all over her eyelid. Okay.
I'm gonna start with this side.
We will start with this eye. How's that hand placement right there? Okay. So I'm gonna pull the skin up right there, and then I'm just going to lightly sweep this all over the eye. We're going to go all the way in. And we're just staying on her eyelid area. So the eyelid area is what you see where the eyeball is. So it's that little part there that covers just the eyeball. So this is super soft, super gentle, and you can see how it just opens that eye up. So if you compare the eyes side by side like that, look how it just opens the eye up. It makes her eye seem more awake and more illuminated. So we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, because as we get older, there's this thing that we all love called gravity, and it affects more than your derriere. It affects your eyelids too. And so as we get older, it goes down, down, down. There are a couple of new technologies and like temporary things that you can put on there that I was speaking with my doctor, Frank Currington, at Family Vision. Yes, love him. And he has these new little, it's
I
almost
was just gonna
stickers
say, we put those on Jim, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yes, I know. So listen, they do fittings of those. If you go down to him, so here you are, Frank. You're getting a little shout out
This is
here.
a second plug this year that I'm giving Frank Currington
Yes,
at
so-
Family Vision.
At Family Vision.
It's like a little silicone thing that sticks to your eye, and it just lifts up the
Lead.
Yes,
lid.
and so what it does is it essentially like pulls all of the loose skin there and makes it tight. You cannot see it. Your makeup goes right over it. And it's just a beautiful non-surgical way for whenever you want to control the excess skin. But if you don't have that as an option, a great trick is to use a lighter illuminating that, and that's why I chose the one with the shimmer right there, because it pops your
See,
eye
I stay
open.
away from a lot of shimmer unless it's New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. I don't know about you. Do you guys like shimmer? If you do, give me a thumbs up or a little heart. But for me, I like a matted look. Is that
So we're actually going to do a combo look here.
you're gonna do
And-
two different color eyes?
No, I'm gonna do the same color eye on both sides. And what we're going to do is we've illuminated and we've brought the eye forward, we've opened the eye space, and now we are going to accent with the Au Natural palette, and we are going to be working with this color right
That's my favorite color. What's it called?
here. This is-
I've got that on right now.
This is hot chocolate. I've got it on right now too.
You do? Looks different on all of us.
Yeah.
So this is my,
These
I
are
don't know if
nice
you can
colors.
see it right there. Yeah.
It is. So like we can see.
So you do this on your wrist? You see, I'd be going like
Well,
this because I don't
because
want
I
to
wanna
waste anything.
because I want to show the people there. So you see how nice and soft matte brown this color is?
I
This
love it.
is what we are going to be.
I love that palette. That's my favorite palette.
Sweeping
Yeah, it's a very
on-
nice palette.
on.
Is
her-
there like a preference? Because I know you're younger than me
Mhm.
by 20 some plus years. And I tend to be more matted, but do you feel that as the younger you are, the more frosted you want to be, or
Shimmering.
shimmering?
No,
Okay.
no.
I can agree with you,
Sometimes-
Lily. I don't like to be too shimmery.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I don't think anyone should be too shimmery, no, unless you're doing like some high-end fashion photo shoot. I'm not a fan of a ton of shimmer. I am a fan of shimmer in the right places, done subtly, like we're doing here, because it does open up her eye, and we're going to be putting a matte color
Okay.
right over it.
So
and you're gonna
shimmer
see.
opens up the eye, and the matted will
Mhm.
kind of bring it on.
Yep. It's like, Lil, if you were just to take your fingertip and just put it right there on that same pink color, and then just dab it in the center of your, like right in the middle of your pupil.
Okay.
Like you do that right over there while I'm putting her.
She's
her
dismissing
crease
me.
on right here. You
Okay.
are dismissed. Your
So put it in
class
the
is
center of my eye,
dismissed.
like right
Yep,
here?
Just like touch it right on the corner, in the center of your eye. Okay, now, don't do it to the other one, but look at yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
Do you feel like one looks more open than the other?
What do you guys think? The lighting in here is, we're trying to work with the lighting. Let me see. I'm
I
going
know
to go
we've
check.
had some lighting issues here. We tried to light it up like a runway.
Yeah, but I couldn't figure out how to do that.
None of us are lighting technicians, so we.
But I need a fresher upper. I need a
Yeah.
fresher upper. I'm looking at myself on the magnifying mirror, which, by the way,
Yeah.
ladies, I think we need to throw these away. If you're ever, like, if you are using this to put on your makeup, throw it away, because all we see are all the creases and the imperfections, and we are all beautiful in every way.
Yes.
And I think that if you're using the magnifying glass, it's just to maybe see better the area, not to look at your flaws. And so I want us all to know that we are all beautiful in every way. And so I'm hoping that people will understand that is something that when you put on makeup, look at your beauty
Yes.
inside and out and let it shine. So what
Yes.
did you just do?
Okay, so what I just did, you're gonna grab the camera and you're gonna do a close-up of me doing it on the other eye.
Okay.
Because all I did was I swept this beautiful soft brown color inside of, right on that crease.
Well, that's pretty.
So we just did like this.
I
this,
love that
this.
brush, by the way.
I know it's so amazing for all eye shapes and conditions, because it's small enough to do like smudging work, but it's big enough to do bigger detail work too. So I'm just putting a paper towel here on the edge of her eye just to keep the eyeshadow from falling down.
Okay.
And creating, like, you know how you see the little crumbs that get on the eye sometimes. So what I do is I start with a little pounce and the whole crease, and I'm just shaping the top part of that eye crease, and we're just going back and forth to really blend it. And then I'm going to start bringing the pink into the brown. And this is where the soft illusion comes from. This
You're
is
bringing
almost
the
like,
pink into the brown.
Yep, so if you'll see,
I see. I
blend
see.
up, 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 up. And you do that after you make sure that there's like not a ton of the brown still in the brush. So we're gonna even those eyes out, and we're gonna put a little more right there in her crease. Just kind of go up, back and forth, and back and forth. Sweep, sweep,
And
sweep.
people can create their own angles and
Yes.
that particular place. Can they choose to go a little higher, or do you?
Yes, they can. They can go as high as they want. But remember, when you're working with a darker color like this one is, if you bring the dark all the way up, you're closing that whole space there.
Correct. Okay.
So you want to keep a little bit of lightness. That's why we always do like a little bit of a highlight around the brow. So what I'm doing here is I'm just wiping the excess mineral out of the brush, and I will just give it a little blending motion all the way around. And blending just means you're just kind of like taking a paintbrush and just like blurring the lines.
So you don't have any color in there right now? Okay.
Nope. So you can see how it's a very soft depth that it gives your eyes, but it pops your eyes open. And so another trick is if you feel like, oh, maybe I put a little too much illuminating on there, and I'm not really loving that. What we can do is we can take our ring finger. It has the lightest amount of pressure.
Correct.
And you're going to wipe that off with your towel at home. And all you do is you just take your finger and then gently sweep over that area.
You said your ring, not your
soften.
pinky, so your ring finger.
The ring finger
Okay.
has the gentlest pressure, and then you'll be able to see the difference here between her two eyes. And you essentially just wipe. You can see on my finger that there's a little bit of shimmer there from that. It's not a huge amount by any stretch of the imagination. But if you see the difference between the two eyes,
a little darker right here.
Yep. So we do a little blend, 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 blend.
Interesting. I very rarely use my fingers for my makeup anymore because I have so many brushes.
Yeah.
But so does the oil of your finger help blend it together or what?
Well, when you're doing your makeup, 9 times out of 10, your hands are clean because you usually wash your hands before you start doing the makeup. So there's not a ton of oil buildup on there. So it's a very clean surface. And so more than anything, it's a skin just kind of blending thing. It's just one of those things like when you just need like a little.
Okay, a little boop. So how many of you need a little boop out there? Yes.
And so the little darkness there that Judy is talking about is from when we did her crease color, the towel that we were putting there.
Took away.
Sometimes it doesn't sit all the way flush against the skin, and when it doesn't, some of the eyeshadow will fall down. It's okay. No big deal. All you do is you just take some of your foundation.
And what I love about the foundation is I leave it on the lid. Sometimes I don't use it all. And when I spray it again, it just activates.
Yes.
So I don't waste anything.
This is the waste-free zone.
Yes.
I think it's a little challenging for you to do this eye.
And it's a very weird
It's an
angle. Usually
angle.
I'm
Yeah.
used
Do
to
you wanna
working
swap?
like straight on. I'm usually used to working like completely
it's
straight on. So,
challenging for you.
but that's okay. Listen, that's what we're here for. Well, we make it
We
work.
just wing it.
Yes,
Make it
we
work.
make it work. That's what we do.
Okay.
So that is one of my favorite eye looks that I am loving right now. It's super simple. It's only 2 colors. And if you wanted to, you could go and add a
You
lighter
have that
color.
on right now
I
too. You
do.
know what? I forgot to do my other eye. Did you notice a difference?
See, when you're looking at her straight on, do you
Yeah,
notice a
look.
difference in the way that her eyes look?
This one looks a little lighter.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the one I
yeah.
did.
Does it look
So
more
what do you guys
open?
think? What do you guys
Yes.
think? I don't know. The lighting in here may not be as good, but I'm going to do my other eye.
Yes. And then
Okay.
you'll be able to see. Yes. And so the final thing that we're going to do here on the beautiful Judy is we are going to give her a little bit of blush. And
What
Judy,
about-
are you a blush wearer?
I do wear blush. And are you going to do any like eyeliner or mascara?
So we're gonna do an eyeliner. We do not have a mascara, but we're gonna do. We'll
Working
do a
on
liner
it.
on you.
Okay.
We'll do an
And
eyeliner.
the reason why is because of your synthetic.
Yeah.
You don't want
Yeah.
to do anything synthetic.
Because so everything that we've tried here in Florida with the humidity, it just kind of like melts off the face. So we're working on a couple of things, and if we put some synthetic ingredients in there, then we do get a mascara that actually does stick and it doesn't melt off in the Florida humidity. So it's one of those trial and error
Okay.
kind of things. So it is something that we are.
And again, I
actively
just want to
working on.
acknowledge these brushes are just unbelievable. So, and yes, it is important to have beautiful makeup, but cleansing the skin is also very important. too.
That
So
starts with the cleansing. That's
Yes.
like the foundation.
that is the foundation to the whole thing. So
It is.
but I do love
It
those
is.
brushes.
It is. And Judy, when it comes to blush, what type of color do you typically like to use?
She's gonna love this one.
Yeah, not too pinky.
Egyptian sand, the
Egyptian,
brownie.
that's
the
my
brownie,
color.
brownie,
I don't want
brownie,
anything too
brownie.
pinky for my complexion.
No.
Ew.
I like Egyptian
You don't want to be like Pinky in the Brain. So what I'm doing is I have the lid on top of the Egyptian sand right there, and I am just shaking it out into the lid. Whenever you get a brand new container of any of our minerals, we pack them so full that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get them out at first. But if you just give them a couple of little shakes, then you'll be good to go. So what I'm doing is I am using the pick and pounce technique. So I pick up the minerals with the brush and then I pounce them into the brush so that you can see the tip of this brush.
Not to be
whenever we
confused with the bend and
started.
snap.
Not to be confused with the bend and snap. The bend and snap is going to get you a different result. Yes, the bend and snap. Oh,
You
man.
see, isn't it amazing? I come up with a movie reference and you get it.
I get it. As I say, you get a different result.
That's because she's blonde.
I have good highlights.
So whenever I am wearing cooler colors, I love the Akala Sunset.
Color sunset, yes.
This is one of my other favorites, is the Akala Sunset
Yes.
and Egyptian Sands, which I know she's gonna love too.
Yes. So the Egyptian sand is okay. So the Egyptian sand, we're just gonna start with a little bit here. Okay. A little bit here, and we are going to blend this in.
Do you see
So
the car wash move?
if you notice, I did a pounce on the skin, and then I did a light little buffing move right there on her cheekbone. So it is a very soft brown, and it creates a little bit of depth and dimension for
It
her.
may be too
We're
dark.
gonna put that.
What do you think?
I
No?
don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, she's like, please darken me, darken me, darken me.
We don't want to have dirty face.
No dirty face. No dirty.
No dirty face.
So again, we're gonna do the little pounce right on that cheekbone. And then we are going to gently buff this into the skin right here. Okay.
And I'm loving all the hearts that we're getting, all the likes. Thank you so much. I hope that you are sharing this and that you also, if you go to whenyouneedafriend.com, check out my sponsors page, and there's the Keep Me Safe Organics, and you get 10% off your entire purchase when you purchase on whenyouneedafriend.com. So just saying.
So what we're moving into right now is just a little bit of like contouring
Contour.
of the face, just to give her like some depth.
What do you think of that color?
dimension.
I like the color.
That's my favorite.
Mhm.
And you know what?
Yes,
I have not. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and after telling you guys not to obsess over there, I've been at this since 6 o'clock this morning, and when I came here, I didn't even look at myself because I was trying to set everything up here,
I know we were all in a mad dash.
and I wanted to be like, I wanted to get a little makeover from my dear friend here, Rebecca Black.
I know, and Judy is like, what did you guys sign me
I
up
know I
for?
I came today knowing nothing. I just showed up, right?
Yes.
Well, you knew that you were going to be on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Isn't she beautiful, guys? And brave. she came on with no makeup.
Yes. Okay, so we created a very soft contouring on the face there. Judy, what do you think about that look? How do you feel about that?
I like it. It's very natural.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do need eyeliner.
Yeah. Don't worry,
My
sugar pie.
lipstick.
It's coming next.
My lipstick's so pale too.
Yes. Okay. So So Lillian,
Yes.
we are going to give her the burgundy. I cannot reach that right
That's my
there.
favorite. The burgundy is what I love.
Because Lily, what you going thing with that lipstick on? What you going?
What is my saying? I
know
say
you're saying well.
there's a couple of things that
Judy,
I
want
say
you
that
to
if you
put your lips on, baby.
if you think you're done growing, then put a chalk line around you because you're dead. That's one of my sayings. But I've expanded that saying to, if you see me out in the street and I don't have any lipstick, put a chalk line around me because I'm dead. Because I will wear no makeup, but I must have my lipstick on, and I love that.
Mhm.
I want to put some on me.
That's burgundy.
It's kind of tingly too.
Oh,
Yes,
it's a
tingles.
mint.
It has the peppermint.
It's that
oil in it.
mint
Right.
peppermint
Yes,
oil. I
yes.
love.
The peppermint oil in there.
This is my favorite color. Is the
Mhm.
burgundy.
So to give us a beautiful like gel liner, what we're going to do is we're going to use the other end of that eyeshadow brush that we've been using. We're going to be using the little tapered end there, or the angled end, not the tapered end. We use the tapered end for her crease work and for her eyelid. So we're going to do just a very quick, I think we're down to about like 4 minutes left here on air. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a very
But we
quick
always
liner.
have the after party, so
We do have the after party. Do you like upper and lower or just upper?
I like both.
You like both. Okay. So we're going to do.
is there a trick to this?
So the trick to this is make sure you get on the lash line. And let me. I'm
Look
gonna
up.
put this underneath
Oh,
her eye. Nope. You stay right there. We're gonna put this underneath her eye right there. So you can see I'm just doing a very, very
that's pretty.
gentle and soft little line there. I want to accentuate over to the edge just a little bit.
I love that little where you go the little up. I
Yep,
love that.
just
look.
like right on.
I can never do it. I start with one side and then I do a little bit longer, and then I end up having to wash my face off.
and then your cat eye turned into your cat wing.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily the best look for anybody.
That's not a good look.
No, necessarily. Okay, so then we're going to move over to this eye. And let's find us a clean piece of. So I'm just going to put this right underneath her eye there. And then I am going to pull this lid up right there. We're going to go right on the eyelid line. I'm going to turn that brush around and go right on the other side. And just like this. And we're going to go just a little bit on the edge. Okay. So you can see one
What a
eyeliner
difference.
done two different ways. So when you do a thicker liner on the eye, it gives you a different look of the eye. It will open up the eye even more.
You can always start thin, but you can, that is my whole thing. It's
Yes.
like if you start with thin and then the next thing you know, your
Yes.
whole eyelid is
Yes,
a,
yeah. So what we're going to do is we are just going to bring this one up just a tiny bit more because I do like you with a little bit of a more open eye right there. So that's all we're going to do right there. Okay.
Okay, so right now we are finishing up with Judy. And I want to thank you, Rebecca. We're going to have our little after party once we hear that we are going to go off air for the podcast. And but we're going to continue here finishing up. I think you're going to spruce me up, aren't you? Just going to spruce
Am
me
I
up a
going to
little bit.
spruce you up?
Spruce me up just a little bit.
Spruce her up.
Because I want to know, this is what I'd like to know after we finish the show. The music has started. So what I want to know is, how do you freshen up your makeup? And that'll be my turn.
Yes.
and I'll kick Judy out. But thank you, Rebecca, for being so wonderful.
You're so welcome.
And
Thank you for the
remember,
invite once
Lily
again.
10 will get you 10% off. Go to whenyouneedafriend.com. Judy Bressler, thank you so much for being such a great sport.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Surprising me. I didn't know what I'm playing for.
And so
And now you're thankful you did.
Yes. So this was like a totally play day today. And I want to thank you, Rebecca. And for those of you, go to whenyouneedafriend.com, subscribe, and put Lily 10 when you go to the
The
sponsors.
opinions and advice expressed on the Lillian McDermott radio show are intended for the individual callers and guests on the program and are presented to our wider audience solely for general educational purposes. Please act responsibly and consult personally with your own medical, psychological, or nutritional expert before taking any steps to improve your life.
I thought I had 30 seconds.
We were not paying attention.
No. I just had 30 seconds. So we had 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, wait a minute, we're off. Okay. So it said 30 seconds, and then it said off. So I hope I got to make it the best day ever. But if not, we can do it again. This is Lillian McDermott and Rebecca Black wishing you love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best day ever. Okay, there we go. Okay, so for those of you who are still watching us, and thank you so much for watching today, do you have any questions about eyeliner? Like, should you go inside the eye?
I am a fan of doing the wet line too.
The wet
And-
line.
yes.
Okay, it's called the wet
That's
line.
what that's called.
So how many of you like the wet line? Not perspiration, but the wet line.
So if you look at the difference between the two eyes, whenever you do the wet line and right underneath it, it is the look that you see in magazines that you can't really figure out what they do differently. It's very dramatic, but it just like it pops the eye unlike any other eyeliner look that you will do. If you don't want to do both lines, you do not have to do both lines. If you just like doing a thin line right inside of your lash line, you can definitely do that. But for the wow factor today, and just so you can see right there on camera,
Beautiful.
if you look at the difference between the two eyes and look straight at the camera, right there, you can see that one is like very glamorous and one is more soft. And we haven't done any lower liner on this one yet, but this is like the uber glam eye.
I like it. So wet inside and then a little bit on the outside. Okay.
So I used to do it on the inside when I was much younger, and I thought it was kind of like an out, a trend.
No.
That's what I thought.
No.
I only did it on the out, the lower lash.
What about all the little eye boogers that you get?
So the little eye boogers that you get, your eyes are self-cleaning.
Yes.
So yeah, you just
Wipe the bite. Okay,
yeah,
so
you just like,
we just have to have a pact.
yeah.
Wipe the boogers off my eyes.
Even whenever I don't have any eyeliner on, like I don't have any eyeliner on, and I just had a small little eye booger there. You pick it out.
What are you gonna do?
It's better than picking your nose.
That's
Pick
right.
those boogers and not the others.
Yes.
Yes. So.
Okay. I think it looks very glamorous. I like it. So any questions
So
out
Judy,
there
are
on
you
Facebook?
rethinking your wet line after
I'm
seeing
trying
your
that.
look,
Yeah,
your look
I'll try it
today?
again because I used to do that in my youth.
Yeah. Well, you're
I
still
thought it
young.
kinda- I thought it went out of
Oh
style.
my gosh, no.
I do it once in a while at night. But I just don't like how the eye continues to cry, and I have to keep, like, next thing you know, it's like it's all gone.
Do you know one thing that I notice about whenever we do our wet lines is that even though the eyes are self-cleaning and you do get the little eye boogers, it creates the softest little smudge underneath your eye that is so hard to duplicate.
Yeah.
It is so hard to
It
duplicate.
is.
And so it just like, it's like it melts onto the skin to create.
Okay,
such a
there
beautiful
is
look.
a positive to every negative.
There
So
it
you
is.
get the eye boogers and you get that soft look.
Mhm.
There was a time though that they had the look where it was too thick underneath and it looked like the heroin addict.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Have
not
you
a
ever
good
seen
look for
that?
anybody.
Not good look for anybody. I don't care who you are.
Like Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
you started it.
And who else did the really crazy makeup like that? The guy with the
Kiss.
tongue.
Kiss. Yeah.
Gene
Simmons.
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 Yes.
I was going to say Gene Wilder.
Yes.
But I know,
Yes.
I know better than that.
So you can see how
Yeah.
glamorous you look. And girlfriend, you need to do the wet line more because
Yeah.
like
Try that.
look at that.
Where's she going? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Here you go. I could have brought the mirror to
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna bring the mirror to you so that way you can see it. You can see it.
So now Philip has to
magnified.
take me on a date.
Yes, Philip. She's coming home looking hot.
Yes.
It's her.
Then she already is.
Yes. Uh-oh, she stuck her.
See, look, did you see that
The
move, you
creases
guys?
are-
That move.
Did you see that?
The bend
She
and
wanted-
snap.
Yep, she did the bend and snap right there. She wanted to make sure that it was all in there. So what did you think of the makeup whenever you're looking at it super close up?
I like it. I think it's a little heavy for me.
Uh-huh.
I
So
especially
you
with
can
this time of
thin
year.
it out
Yeah,
by
yeah.
putting more.
Because
A lot
for
more.
my age and so I don't really think the heavy foundation.
Mhm.
So I'll definitely do it a lot lighter.
Yes,
for
yes,
me.
yes. And so because we are on camera with these super bright lights, I personally
Yes.
have on a thicker foundation than I would normally ever wear. But to make sure that the coverage of the minerals is shown, that is why we did a heavier application than I would
Right.
typically ever have you do.
And also the
For
lighting
acne.
too.
But you know what? You can take
lighting-
that. Put what I do is if it's too thick, I just put some of the this
Toner.
toner
Mhm.
on the brush
Mhm.
without and I just like blend it in a little bit.
It's also the harsh lighting.
Yeah.
You know, if you were just like in a restaurant, it's not gonna like
Yes, but we're like on.
yeah, so all these bright lights are on me, on us.
Yes.
It shows up a lot more.
Yes, it does. So, but the skin look at the skin on camera. Like it looks absolutely flawless.
It looks beautiful. Here we go. So here's a closer up of Judy. I wish we'd have done it before and
back up.
after. No,
Back up.
it's beautiful. You look beautiful, Judy.
Yes. See, Judy, what I did right there was I just put
Yeah.
a little bit of toner right on the brush.
Brush,
I didn't
yes.
grab any more
I
minerals,
know, right,
but
right,
this
right.
is how you get that softer,
Right,
look.
look.
So that's how Rebecca gets a tan. So you can see.
And what I
a little
love
bit
about
from
this
her
is that
tan.
you don't wear off on other people. So I used to hate it
Mhm.
when a man in a suit, especially a
Yes,
black
yeah.
suit, would hug me
Yes.
and I knew half my face was on
Yes,
his suit.
yeah,
And
yes.
I don't like that. And I love that Keep Me Safe Organic so I can hug anybody.
Mhm.
And I don't like, I'm not like the Shroud of Turin.
Turin.
The Shroud of,
Ah.
I'm not like that. It's like
Yes.
I don't go on anybody else. I stay on my face.
Are you coming here to get fresh?
Yeah,
fresh
she
stuff?
is.
She's getting.
What do you think,
zhuzhed.
Judy?
I love it.
She's getting
Okay.
zhuzhed.
I just want to be like I've spent the whole day. I've been working today. Ran out of the house.
Yeah.
And ran out of the different meetings I was
Yeah.
on, and I really don't feel like I've got like this shine on me, and
Yes.
I just want to kind of like blend myself
My phone.
for the. Are you the one that's been vibrating?
She's a hot commodity.
I tell you what.
I know. I'm looking so
Oh,
cute. So.
Okay, so I want to be able
Okay.
to kind of freshen up in a
Okay.
quick like 3 minutes.
Okay. So your 3-minute fix. We're gonna grab a fresh, clean brush right here. And what we are going to do for you is you want to try cinnamon spice. I'm going to try you some cinnamon spice
I
right
don't
here.
know, I think it's maybe just a little teensy bit. I think I'm on more caramel than, but I did like that.
Because what we're going to do right here is this is like a couple of little crumbs there in the lid. I'm just going to pounce this brush in there.
Did you do
There's no toner on
no
here.
toner?
No
Okay.
toner. We are just freshening up. So what we want to do right now is we want to kind of control any oiliness
Oily,
that has been on there. So we're going to do a dry application right now. So dry application means you're putting it on dry.
Okay.
So here we go. So we'll just start right here. We will just buff this into.
I'm telling you, I
place.
can put on my makeup now in less than in 5 minutes with it's so easy.
Mhm.
It used to take me half an hour to do my makeup. So in 5 minutes, I can have my foundation, my blush.
And everything done. So what I want you guys to notice is that I actually went around her blush, and I did that on purpose because this is a 2-minute refresh. Okay, we are just oiling the skin, taking away that little bit of that dewy sheen right there. And if we are freshening, that is what we do. And then to swing that whole look into the garage, what we will do is we will just take a dark color with the bigger blending brush. I'm going to use the hot chocolate again, and I am going to just give you a little bit more depth on your crease. So I pounced the brush into that brown color right there, and then I just give it like a little tap tap to shake off any excess minerals. I am going to
checking on.
I really like your makeup.
I'm going to grab this here, and if you're at home, you probably have like a little tissue or a washcloth or something like that. You can do that there, unless you're amazing and you never get any fallout, which sometimes happens to me, but most of the time not. So
If you're looking down, you won't do it.
yes. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little triangle on the outside of her eye. So I started at the top. Okay, so we're going to turn you right here just like this. Okay.
Judy, you want to get back?
So I started at the top, and then I'm coming all the way down, and then finishing this triangle of the eye. So that's all I'm doing. Just creating a little soft depth on the eye. So then what you'll do is you'll wipe out any excess right there, and then you will just take your brush and you will blend that in. Because all we're doing is we just want to create a little tiny bit of extra depth. We don't want to recreate Rome, and we don't want to spend all night doing this super heavy, heavy duty glam eye. So that's what we want to do. We want to create something soft. So again, we're going to do the outside corner of the eye. We're going to come down in a triangle. We're going to go over in a triangle, and we're just going to blend, 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 blend.
So it's basically just the corner of my eye.
Just the corner of your eye. You just want to give your eye just a little bit more depth, and that's all you're doing. So she went ahead and did the little pop of color right on the pupil of the eye, so she can see that the eye is a little more popped open. It's what like pulls the eye forward. So it's that where the light hits it, makes it more open. So if we're doing a very quick refresh, that is what we do. We just do like a nice dry finish, and then re-accentuate your crease,
Okay.
and reapply that lipstick.
And what about my blush?
Your blush. I honestly think your blush looks fine right now,
Okay.
but if you wanted to bring the blush up just a little bit more,
No, I just wanted to blend it because it looks like it's not blending.
that's
It's
the lighting
it's
in
the
here.
lighting.
It's the lighting in here. It is.
Judy, does it
definitely-
look blended?
Yeah, for the lighting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it is a lot of lighting in here.
And so the lighting in here shows every different piece
Yeah.
of color, the way that the light hits you. Like it looks like this cheek is darker
Yep,
than
it
this cheek.
does.
On me, it looks like this side of the nose. And I've got a light hitting me here.
So-
We've got a big light hitting us
Yeah,
there.
when I stand here, I don't see that.
You don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't. And so it simply is just lighting. So if we're
That's
doing a quick 3-minute refresh on
That's
you,
it.
that's it.
Oh, sorry.
That is
Okay.
it. That was me. That was me. I'm trying to turn the lights out over here.
And of course, my favorite is the burgundy.
Mhm.
I love the burgundy.
lip
And then
balm.
at night, I use the no flavor or the vanilla,
Mhm.
and which is let's see. And I am going to give Judy for. Where are you going?
She's going to the ballroom.
I'm gonna give Judy one of these. So
Thank
you pick the
you.
one you want.
Yes.
Well, not this one. This one's used.
Oh,
But,
okay.
you'll get a
Same
new
one
one
I
if
got,
we're-
I guess.
You
Yes.
want that one?
Yeah.
Good.
I think it's a
Okay.
good one.
Right over there.
So anyway, I hope that this helped all of you, and to have fun, being a girly girl.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we get too serious about being women and working women, and
fun,
let's just be
girls.
silly girls
Yes.
and ladies, if girls is offensive to some people, but just to have fun. Look at how beautiful. Do you feel beautiful?
Yeah, it'd be great. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Judy.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I hope that you guys all get to experience and play. Go play in your bathroom and start
Try something new.
And keep me
I
safe
learned some good
organics.
tips. I did learn some tips.
You
did?
Hopefully
Yes.
our viewers did too.
I hope so too. So we'll see you, and thank you so much for joining us today. Until we see each other, until our next conversation. Thanks so much. This
You're
is the first
welcome.
time we've been able to do this.
I
Talk
know.
about this
And
for a long
listen,
time.
if you guys think that we should do this again, if there are anybody else who's interested in doing any kind of
That's right.
makeovers like this,
Okay,
drop it below. And
okay.
let us know.
So we want to share this. We want to like it. If you want to be a part of a makeover that we do, send me an email at Lily, that's Lilly, at whenyouneedafriend.com. If you want to try this makeup, which is absolutely wonderful, it's non-synthetic, it's all organic, and it's very affordable, which were the three things that I wanted, then you can go to whenyouneedafriend.com, go to the sponsors page, click on the Keep Me Safe icon, and you get 10% off your entire purchase by entering Lily10. So go and have fun. Now, if they don't like the colors, what can they do?
So if they do not like the colors, we will exchange the colors out for them, and we'll get them in a color that they want.
That's right. And if you live in this area, in the Brevard County area, and you want to participate in one of these fun makeovers, or maybe we can do a whole group of people that we could, that would be fun, where we are all doing our own makeup and learning how to do it. Email me at lily@whenyouneedafriend.com, and the next time we come together, we might be able to do it with you. So we'll see you till we meet again. Take care. Make it the best day ever. Okay. Oh man, let's see where we go.